Hey Sag, welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we're doing your love read. This is for anyone Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Sag. And as always, a general read, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Sag, I am taking in personal reads, so if you guys are interested, my email is in the description box below. But let's just get into this energy. This energy feels very specific. Honestly, it kind of feels a little cutesy, only because it has that kind of holiday feel of perspective and putting family first. This is a connection that has probably been in separation or in some fighting. I do feel strong marriage here, and maybe you weren't in separation, but things have been so heavy. So this feels like an energy of perspective and saying, you know what, I love my family. This is the life I want, and this is this is where I need to be. And, I feel there's going to be a lot of conversation surrounding this. So let's see what's going on with this energy, why I'm getting this specific energy. But very strange energy I get. Yeah. Okay. So we're keeping these because right away Spirit points out. So here we have free yourself. I feel this is past energy. But it doesn't mean it's not an option, right? Because here in the bottom we have trust. And then bottom of that, we have romantic feelings. So I think this is a question about where do the emotions stand when it comes to this connection. So clearly this is a separation we're talking about. That's what I'm saying. Some of you are either emotionally separated. I don't feel like it physically needs to be a separation. For some of you, yes, it is a physical separation. Beautiful. Give your relationship a chance. Work on the partnership. I really do feel that. I feel that this is a conversation, engagement. Your love life was ascending to higher levels of commitment. I think this is more of a conversation. Yep, express your love, keep an open mind. So all the cards indicate what exactly the emotion, what my clairsentience is bringing in for me for this reading. That this is kind of like opening your mind up, really sharing your emotions. And things will work out, meaning that this is more of engaging in a relationship that is a different version, a better version than what it was before the separation. And I really feel this is perspective. This is perspective. That's why Spirit is saying keep an open mind, because a lot of times this is accepting our differences. And also this I'm getting from this free yourself is that you have to trust more. You have to trust your partner more. You have to trust the reasons you're together more. Now, I'm not saying be with someone toxic, because, we got those people coming on board here looking for answers for a relationship that should not be together. But this is a connection that I really feel Spirit just is saying, hey, work things out. Really work on your partnership is important here. Work things out. So let's see what else we have. What else we have for this energy for Sagittarius? How many cards? I need one more. Now, Spirit is speaking extremely fast with these energies for you, Sag. So let's see. Yeah, there you go. Reconciliation. This is the Six of Cups, memories of love. Both of you are really much, that's why I feel it's a cutesy energy. I mean, I'm describing it this way because it just feels like someone's heart space is really like, really feeling their family is what I'm saying. So we have obstacles and challenges, and this to me is the challenge this connection had to think about, right? Perspective, rest and rejuvenate. This is the separation, right? While things were kind of, both of y'all needed some either emotional distance or just time apart, time to think, right? Ego here with the Strength card. I do think this is an ego transition and crown chakra. I honestly feel the Hanged Man here. This is perspective. We receive information, and when crown chakra is activated, this is when source comes to our rescue and to help us heal where we're at. I also feel star energy. I'm not sure why I'm seeing the star card, but I feel star energy, meaning healing, the healing perspective of this energy. So let's see obstacles and challenges here. So beautiful. Look at that. Eight of Swords. This is self-sabotage with Two of Cups. Make love, not war in this card. The Two of Cups here says make love, not war. This obstacle is really self-inflicted. Both of you are creating situations and scenarios that have a lot to do, I feel, with ego, pride, and I also feel just stubbornness. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. Let me see this Eight of Swords. Yeah, ego. Look at that. 2 nines. Nines is hermit, but 9 means a lot of self. So what I'm getting is a lot of self-reflection, because hermit energy is about reflection, but hermit in reverse is depression. So someone can actually have a more like up and down mood swing, which they don't know what they want. This is about 9 of Cups and 9 of Swords. Like, we have to emotionally come to terms with what's disturbing our spirit, what's disturbing our heart space, what's disturbing our emotions, because it's not, I don't feel both of you are happy. I think it's almost like, it just feels like a stubborn, I just keep getting this stubborn energy with that. Let me see what's in the bottom. I'd even check and see. Yeah, so you see 3 of Swords. This needs to heal. There's a lot of confusion. 7 of Cups. It's more about the pain versus the solution. And I feel this is where the solution needs to come in. Let me see what's in the bottom here. Oh, guys, this is why I'm telling you. You know why I told you I'm feeling the star, and this is it. This is where the healing needs to take place. I really feel there's just a stubborn, selfish tendency here that needs to come into perspective. And you know, yeah, there you go, Empress and 6 of Cups again, which means, you know, husband, wife, like this is the person you have family with. This is someone you have family with. Or if you don't have kids, this is someone you have, you know, known their family. It's a bond where it's like, how serious are the things that are making war in your relationship? Like, again, perspective. So let's get it. Wow. Temperance wants to show up, meaning spirit is kind of helping this heal, right? Divine timing. Maybe more with rest and rejuvenation. So this tells me right here, this separation, both of you, or your emotional bodies needed to rest. So give me more of this 4 of Swords. There goes the 9 of Swords again. So we've got 8 of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the King of Cups. And I feel some of you could be dealing with water sign, Scorpio, Cancer. Who's the other water sign? Pisces. But walking away gave clarity, Ace of Swords, perspective. And there's also an understanding emotionally, which I'm going to clarify this King of Cups, because I feel it's both about receiving emotional truth here. Perspective. I keep getting perspective. I don't know why I keep getting perspective. I'm sorry, guys. I know that's going to be the word I'm going to say throughout this read, because for some reason it's very strong. Then more is King of Cups. I just feel very strong perspective. Yeah, so this is what's robbing the connection, the emotion. 7 of Swords. It goes to places that it really doesn't operate from truth. And it's just robbing the connection from getting through the rough times. Again, 9 of Swords. Lots of swords with the 8 of Swords. Give me more of this Ace of Swords. In order for this to start up, it's like emotional truths need to be faced. Yeah. Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords. Are you guys kidding me? This is the beginning. That means you guys have to drop that mental BS in order for this to pull through. Again, work on your partnership. This is effort. And bottom of the deck was 6 of Swords. So how do you harmonize this? How do you bring this to a space where, you know, you both can mentally see things, or each other's emotional needs and perspective. Again, perspective. I can't, that word. Give me more of the Strength. Why the Strength card? So it feels like a waiting period. 2 of Wands and 10 of Wands. I do feel this is the separation and what was developed. And then another 10. So this is coming to an end for a new beginning, is why these 10s are showing. Because both, I feel both, there's a path that needs to be chosen here, a decision that needs to be made. And someone here doesn't want to carry the weight anymore. There's a waiting period here. So yeah, things needed again to be kind of thought of. Let's get on this Two of Wands. And I just feel a lot of decisions here. Two of Wands. Give me again on this Two of Wands. Why the Two of Wands? Why does that want to pop out? Queen of Cups. Two of Wands. Emperor. So we saw the Emperor. I mean the Empress. And now we're seeing the Emperor. And again, that's a long-term commitment, husband, wife. So some of you could be dealing with the Aries, but Hermit, we're talking about the Hermit, right? When we saw the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords. This is where the alone time happens. Also, the Hermit carries the Star. So this is where the healing, this to me reflects all the healing, the star inside the Hermit, the Hermit's lantern. So all this healing like needed to be looked at, viewed, you know. It's like seeing things from a different angle, seeing the stubbornness also with this Emperor energy. There's like a level of stubbornness. How do we turn this into a positive energy? Wanting to come home, right? Home, I'm hearing home. And also living more up to this growth, Emperor. It's like wise. You're much wiser now. There's a wisdom that comes in now. Like, listen, I see things differently. So let's get into this crown chakra. Give me more on this crown chakra, please, Spirit. Thank you. The Sun again. So this Sun actually popped out 3 times that I saw it. So yes, the Sun in Six of Pentacles, working things out. How do you balance the scales here? We have the Page of Cups. This is communication, emotional apologies, talking, getting things cleared out. Knight of Swords and Three of Pentacles. So working things out. So there's going to be like this epiphany. It kind of feels like we're going to work this stuff out, you know, and someone really understands, you know, what they want now. And this isn't a matter of really having this conversation, right? Expressing your love here. So this is a gesture, like opening up. I think a lot of you will obviously, especially if you have kids, for the kids, make sure you have the holidays together and kind of have that maturity of putting things aside, you know, just because it's just something to do. Not because you're angry, not because you guys are going to punch each other, but because you really are in a space of wanting to look at things and talk things out. So give me more on this Three of Pentacles, because I just feel like it is, yeah, wow. There's a lot to face here. All right, Spirit. Right away, Page of Wands, another communication card with the Temperance. So this is where things need to temper out. But action, someone is definitely debating. So it feels like someone fears the response with the Devil and Two of Pentacles, action. So there's a need to take action and kind of know that your emotions need to balance out. This can go either way. You guys either can go back and start arguing about the same crap, right? And again, I really feel this has to do with perspective. Like, you know, knowing, don't let the headspace, the Crown is telling you, I feel like there's 2 versions of perspective coming here. Like, okay, if I go and we have this conversation, will it go well? But if I go and we have this conversation and things like flip, then we're not going to be able to work things out. And I think you need to not go with that mindset, because it's more about your maturity, about your approach. Even if the other person, the maturity of the approach is, how do you bring your other person who you care about, who you're making strides to reconcile with, bring them down, right? We have to be able to bring our people down, like our person down. And again, if it's not a situation where it's toxic, it's just more of a situation where, you know, we just have different viewpoints. But, you know, we got kids, we got family, we got house, we got this, we got all these things that we've built together. Like, things happen. We sometimes grow apart. So let's see what the blockage is here What are the blockages? Oh, wow. See? True love will be yours. I think you guys really want to get back together. And the block here is the fact that true love is that no one's going to move on yet. I don't feel that. Senses, use your intuition and sensitivity to inform yourself. This is what I'm using, my clairsentience. I'm telling you, there's an information here. We have player. You're not the only one. Ask them. For some of you, if this is constantly thinking there's someone else, that's not coming up here. Maybe for some of you, this Two of Pentacles with the Devil is a third party. Maybe this happened for some of you in the past. But here we have lessons meant to make you stronger. This can make this connection stronger. I think this is where, you know, some of you may have to do the couples therapy. Now, if this is a player who multiple times cheats on you and is always doing their thing, this is not your person. But if this is a one-time deal, I think you have to think about things. You know, there's a reason for people going, and this goes both ways. I don't care. I know more, and I'm saying this because 90% of tarot viewers are always women. But I know I have a lot of male viewers more because I think I carry a lot of strong masculine energy. So this is a perspective, you know, that most people see. A lot of the people I know, especially my guy friends, it's the woman who've cheated. So this goes both ways, you know, and someone's had an emotional bond or whatever the case may be, but it don't matter. Gender aside, it could be same sex, whatever your situation is. Something's missing. Something was missing. I'm not saying and condoning cheating. I'm not saying that those things are right, but sometimes we neglect. And sometimes we neglect ourselves. And sometimes it's avoidance of some sort as well. So this feels like a very big conversation, but it's only going to really work out if you both have an honest conversation here. So let's see what the messages are. Any messages from this person? What's the message in reference to this energy? Okay, quite a few. So we have, when you look at me, it makes me feel worse. You see a side of me others don't. I can't hide from you. So there is, you know, obviously a sense of guilt here. And I also just I don't just feel guilt when it has to do with this. If it's more of, look, when you look at me, it makes me feel worse. This is something that probably has been ongoing for some time, right? That feeling of feeling not good enough has happened over time. I'm afraid that it's too late to turn around and make it right. Yeah, I do feel that. I feel this is where the crown goes, where it's like, oh my God, what the response is going to be. So is it too late? That's clearly up to you guys. Life hasn't been too nice to me, and I took that out on you. Yeah, past energy always affects us. So our upbringing says a lot. I actually saw a meme the other day that I thought it was actually hilarious, and I think it's true. It said, forget your sun sign. Know the sign of the person who raised them, and then you'll understand more of who they are, basically. So it's to me, that just speaks of what I'm always saying, is that we're affected by all the elements and those in our lives. And so, well, other elements affect us. So if your mom or dad is a certain sign, those element lessons are going to be different, right? So this is also why we have here. That's why I look at this from a very spiritual perspective. Lesson meant to make you stronger. There are things that happened in life that kind of come, the bigger lessons come later down the line, that has to do with something that happened to you way, maybe even your childhood. So it wasn't you, it was me. I am to be blamed. I accept fault for this. Yes. So see, there's ownership here. There's ownership here, and a desire to turn things around, a desire to talk about, listen, that they took things out on you and didn't mean it. So let's see what other lessons are here. Lessons of Uranus. This comes out so much. I have so many cards here, but this is one of the biggest lessons that come out. And I know why. Radical attraction and sexual pull come with inconsistency and detachment. So this is a constant push and pull in terms of intimacy is the way I see it, right? Because it's radical. Sometimes there could be intensity, or maybe it could start with intensity and then it creates inconsistency in behavior. A theme of freedom or commitment, or expectations are the best expectations. No expectations are the best expectations to have. And this is also having too many expectations. And I feel that that has a lot to do with this energy as well, where there's a version that the both of you kind of see on each other. There's an expectation planted on each other, but yet I don't feel too much communication around it, right? And obviously there's other factors involved here. And lessons of Neptune, thank you. Denial, illusion, and deception of self or another. Self-love, boundaries, and detachment are important. This is it here. So this lesson here about denial, and I really feel more denial here of self or another. This to me says there's denial of self, but there's also denial of the other, which is why I keep telling you this is what this Eight of Swords is, more of self-inflicted. We're talking about the self here with the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So when we're in denial of self, therefore it's going to mirror, right? We're going to project and also have denials. If we deny ourselves, we are going to have denial of the other person, because that means our perspective of ourselves is also not true. So there's a lot of love and boundaries and detachment. There's a lot of lessons here about expectations and denial and, you know, what we expect. So let's see one more lesson for you. Balance. You're currently out of balance. Your yin and yang energy needs your loving care and attention. You have been giving too much to your environment and ignoring your own needs. Take this time to regain your strength. That's what we had, the strength. And the strength with the Hermit. So this is time to really pull through with this Ten of Wands, because remember, it was clarified, this Ten of Wands. There's a lot of burdens here. And I think emotionally, both of you, the separation really is putting things in perspective a lot and gaining a lot of understanding. It's deep. It runs deep. So I'm going to leave it there. Sag, I love you. Please like, share, subscribe. Click that bell button if you enjoyed my frequency. But remember to live always relentlessly and striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul. And I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.